Since 1968, serving our community with local news and sports. Covering Alexander, Burke, Caldwell, Catawba, Iredell, Lincoln, and Watauga counties. We are WHKY News.
Good evening and welcome into the Wednesday, October 29th edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Topping our news today, the fourth and final meeting to discuss the future of the school systems in Catawba County was held last night in Conover, and WHKY's David Cedrone was on hand.
Alrighty, thanks, Rob Eastwood. Over 100 taxpayers, teachers, and concerned citizens attended the fourth and final meeting at the Conover station last night to discuss the potential merger of 3 public schools in Catawba County. Catawba County is exploring the possibility of merging Hickory City Schools and Newton Conover City Schools into a single district, prompting both discussion and concern amongst local families. The county says a potential merger is being considered as a strategy to address city school capacity challenges. County officials say enrollment is rising in Catawba County schools, creating demand for more classrooms, while both Hickory and Newton Conover schools have faced fluctuating enrollment trends in recent years. The county is required to fund all 3 school systems on an equal per-pupil basis, which adds complexity as each district experiences different growth patterns. To gather public input, the Catawba County Board of Commissioners has wrapped up a series of 4 community meetings. They're called Schools Community Conversations. Last night, the Catawba Board of Commissioners presented a detailed plan of the merger that would benefit taxpayers and students. The Catawba County Board of Commissioners has not set a deadline for the decision yet, but we will keep you informed, so continue to tune in right here for all your updates. I'm David Cedrone for WHKY News.
Thanks, David. Up next, a man who was heading up an event in Morganton early last year is now charged with multiple counts of embezzlement. Arianna Mack has the details.
On October 28, 2025, the Morganton Department of Public Safety announced in a press release that organizer of the event, Dancing with the Stars Burke County, has been indicted on charges of embezzlement and obtaining property by false pretense. Stanley Travis Standstill organized Dancing with the Burke Stars, which was scheduled to take place at the Comma Auditorium on February 10, 2024. Standstill recruited a group of local personalities to be paired with professional dancers. These professionals were to train the participants or stars and perform alongside them at the event. Each star was responsible for selling sponsorships and tickets, with the understanding that a portion of the event's profits would be donated to a charity of their choice. The stars turned over all funds collected from sponsorships and ticket sales to Standstill. Get the full details on this case and continued updates as we receive them at WHKY.com. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thanks, Arianna. Attorney General Jeff Jackson is suing the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the Office of Management and Budget for refusing to fund the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, during the government shutdown, and withholding food assistance for 1.4 million North Carolinians, including nearly 600,000 children, more than 40,000 of whom are under 18 months old. According to the North Carolina Department of Justice, this would be the first time ever that SNAP benefits have been delayed. On the eve of the shutdown on September 30th, USDA assured states that contingency funds could be used to continue funding the SNAP program. But on October 24th, the USDA sent a memo to the states ordering them to suspend all November SNAP payments and any later payments. USDA claims that this is because of the government shutdown. SNAP monthly payments are about $175 per North Carolinian to help cover the most basic food and nutrition needs. This delay in benefits is likely to affect North Carolina families and kids. Families have been relying on food banks for support. Food banks are already straining to meet the demand after the USDA cut $500 million nationwide in food deliveries in March. More on this at WHKY.com. A private contractor will close 1st Street Northwest from Main Avenue Northwest to 1st Avenue Northwest in Hickory starting at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. This closure is to facilitate the interior renovation of 16 2nd Street Northwest, formerly Randolph's Billiards. The parking deck at 1 North Center Street will remain open. A detour route will be provided. Drivers are asked to slow down and exercise caution when traveling through this area. The street should reopen by 5 p.m. Friday, November 7th. In today's crime report, we'll have details on 3 being arrested in a case involving drug charges. Arianna Mack will have that report. In local sports, Jason Savage reports on an area team getting set to play for a state championship. In Community Focus, we'll have the weekly bulletin with Arianna Mack and the latest from the City of Hickory with Sarah Killian. We are on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. on channel 14.2 and now live at 5:30 on the WHKY YouTube channel and 10 o'clock on the WHKY Facebook page. We're also in multiple cable systems, including Compass in Morganton. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.
Great news!
What's up?
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory has been voted the #1 Hyundai dealer in North Carolina on DealerRater.com.
That's amazing. Congrats.
Thank you to all of our wonderful team members and customers.
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory.
Weight loss is never one size fits all.
At the North Carolina Bariatric Institute, we support you with personalized care
at every step of your weight loss journey.
Your care team is led by robotically trained bariatric surgeons.
Our nurses, dietitians, and psychologists work together to help you achieve lasting, effective weight loss.
Visit us online to register for a free informational seminar and begin your weight loss journey.
Once upon a time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
This is Suit Up Sports. Suit Up Sports. Where opinions are as sharp as a tailored suit. No fluff, no gimmicks, just unfiltered, hard-hitting takes on sports and a whole lot more. It's time to suit up. Now here's your host, DJ The Suit Stout.
Simple.
Keeping it easy.
Transparent.
No hidden fees.
Fair.
Treating people the way you want to be treated.
Simple, transparent, and fair.
That's Paramount Kia.
The white flag is in the air out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
As they come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr.
Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
MRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.
In North Carolina, people on bikes are allowed to use a full road lane for their safety. The safest way for a motorist to pass cyclists is to change lanes when the other lane is free of traffic. It is not legal to enter an opposing lane with any oncoming traffic as shown here. Working together, we can make our streets safer for all.
The following report contains real arrest records and law enforcement data. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Welcome back into the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Leading off our crime report today, Arianna Mack reports on the arrests of 3 suspects from 3 different counties in a case involving drug and weapon charges.
That's correct, Rob. Residents of Lincoln, Burke, and Caldwell counties have been charged in a drug case. 36-year-old Jim Zong of Lincoln County, 37-year-old Shulong Vang of Connolly Springs, and 37-year-old Sarah Lynn Madron of Lenore were all arrested by Lincoln County Sheriff's officers. All three suspects are charged with offenses including trafficking methamphetamine by possession and transport. On Monday, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office Narcotics Unit conducted a surveillance operation in western Lincoln County. They had received information on a location where subjects living there were selling narcotics. During the operation, officers saw a vehicle leaving the location. Officers then conducted a traffic stop, and individuals inside the vehicle began throwing narcotics from the vehicle. The vehicle finally came to a stop, and all three individuals were taken into custody. Narcotics officers recovered 15 grams of meth from the road and an additional 20 grams from inside of the vehicle. A set of brass knuckles were found inside the vehicle, along with $3,883 in U.S. currency. I'm Arianna Mack reporting for WHKY News.
Thanks, Arianna. Up next, it's David Cedrone with details on a pair of arrests from different counties.
Alrighty, thanks, Rob Eastwood. A Lenore man is facing felony charges after deputies say he stole a vehicle in Caldwell County. Sheriff's deputies arrested 34-year-old Xavier Dante Dula on Friday. He was charged with felony larceny of a motor vehicle. Dula was taken to the Caldwell County Detention Facility under a $3,000 secure bond. He has since been released. A court appearance was scheduled for Monday. The Conover man is facing multiple felony charges after investigators say stolen property was found in his possession. Authorities arrested 25-year-old Zachary Allen Hardy on Tuesday. He is charged in Catawba County with felony larceny and possession of stolen goods. Hardy was booked into the Catawba County Detention Facility under a $10,000 bond. He's due in Superior Court on December 8th. I'm David Cedrone, WHKY News.
Thanks, David. A Conover woman is charged with meth trafficking, among other offenses. 33-year-old Kimberly Hicks was arrested by Catawba County Sheriff's officers. She's charged with 2 counts of trafficking methamphetamine, along with single counts of possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver meth, possession of a stolen motor vehicle, misdemeanor larceny, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Hicks was confined in the Catawba County Detention Facility under $112,000 total bond. Court dates were scheduled for Thursday and November 17th. And that's your crime report today. I'm Rob Eastwood. Stay with us. Jason Savage is up next with your local sports.
Nick, I need your help. Trying to buy a car and I'm overwhelmed.
You won't be overwhelmed at Paramount. Credit, we can help. Time, we're going to get you in and out. Trade, we're going to get you more for it. Hidden Visa, we don't have them.
Problem solved at Paramount Kia.
Once upon a time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
I chose Oak Street because they focus on older people. They're really good at following all my multiple conditions, at testing when I need it, and just making sure I maintain my health.
At Oak Street Health, we specialize in healthcare for older adults with care that focuses on keeping you healthy, catching issues early to keep you healthy longer.
I heard about Oak Street Health. I thought, wow, this is a nice place. They take time to talk to you and find out about you. They actually found out that I had a 99% blockage in my main artery in my heart. I had no idea. I had no symptoms. I would not be sitting here without them digging deeper.
When I meet a new patient for the first time, there's a lot of getting to know each other, right? There's not just about your medical health, although that's really important, but I also want to know about them as a person, what's important to them, where they grew up, and how they like to spend their time. Having that really deep connection is really important for just the relationship.
We go beyond what you'll find in most doctors' offices. Along with doctors and nurses, our care team also includes social workers and mental health support, just to name a few. They all work together to coordinate your care
What I love about Oak Street is that they take care of my body, my physical, and also my mind. They gave me somebody to talk to. I used to beat myself up all the time. I don't do that anymore.
Oak Street is really good at putting everything in the big picture, all the big picture things, making sure socially, emotionally, physically, that all of those pieces go together and they all make up a good life and help us be our best.
At Oak Street Health, we provide health care for older adults like you. And we accept Medicare and most Medicare Advantage plans. Call 844-332-9680 to schedule your visit.
So my provider at Oak Street, she makes sure that she covers any problems I might have, what to expect in the future from things, how to treat my arthritis, how to make sure that my body is strong.
When I told my friend about Oak Street Health, I said, why don't you give it a try? And sure enough, he came in, he went through the same procedures that I went through, and he is with Oak Street Health for over a year now.
I made the transition to Oak Street because I really like how they focus on older people, and I know that's going to help me age well. I feel physically strong, I feel emotionally strong. I'm in the right place now because they're the right people at this time of my life.
Ready for care that puts you first? At Oak Street Health, we specialize in healthcare for older adults like you. With care that focuses on keeping you healthy, call 844-332-9680 to schedule your visit.
Rex Allen Theater is back on Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on WHKY TV 14.2 with Kathy's Cooking, Interesting People, Hildebrand Cruising, and the Squatch Runners. You don't want to miss it. Channel 14.2 on free TV.
Simple.
Keeping it easy.
Transparent.
No hidden fees.
Fair.
Treating people the way you want to be treated.
Simple, transparent, and fair.
That's Paramount Kia.
With your look at local sports from across the Hickory Metro, I'm Jason Savage for WHKY News. We begin with the Western Regional Finals in high school volleyball action last night. Starting in the 3A class, drawn fell to Pine Lake Prep, getting swept 3-0. The Wildcat season ends with a record of 23 wins to just 6 losses. However, in the 5A class, Hickory winning at home over Carson 3-1. With that win, the Red Tornadoes will advance to the 5A state championship. They'll be facing Seaforth 7:30 Friday night at the Lawrence Joel Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Winston-Salem. Now, we'll keep you updated of that contest on WHKY Radio, 1290 AM, 102.3 FM, and online at WHKY.com. Of course, we have Hickory High School football on Friday night, but we'll keep you updated with how the Red Tornadoes fare against Seaforth in that state championship on WHKY Radio Friday night. Keeping with the volleyball theme, Little Rhine Volleyball won 3-1 over Tusculum at home last night, wrapping up a 3-game homestand. The Bears would lose the first set in an incredible marathon, 38-36, before winning 3 straight to take the match. Now, after the contest, head coach Nicole Behringer and Kaylee Cleaver, who led the team in kills with 18, joined Dallas Renzi courtside on the Bears Sports Network.
Coach, after losing that first set, 38-36, what was the message to your team?
Well, you know, the fans got their money's worth tonight, that's for sure, in that first set. Yeah, it's funny because Mark and I spent a long time kind of chatting back and forth. I was very heated. I'm a outcome-driven person, so when it doesn't always go our way, I have to kind of calm myself down first before I address the team.
Yep.
And so Mark and I were talking, and I walked over, and they were all kind of huddled up really well, and I had heard them talking. And so the time I sat down and looked at them, I was like, y'all good? Like, have we all talked about this? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to freak out because I trust that y'all are going to turn this around. And so I didn't say a whole lot. I think they had talked through it, and they realized, like, we played with a little bit of fear in your own home gym, which is not something we want to be doing. And so we turned it around really well in that second set, and that carried into the rest of the match. I thought Tusculum had a great match. I thought they did some really good things. But I'm glad we finally kind of hit a good groove and started passing a little bit better, which got our offense working really well, and started getting some blocks, and things started turning around for us. So, everything's, we talked about at the end of the game, I was like, everything's about a percentage of what happens to you and then how you respond to it. And I thought we responded really well.
And you mentioned blocks tonight. Kayla, you had 5.5 blocks. You also finished with a team lead of 18 kills. When would you say your team started to settle in to this match?
I think we settled in towards the end of the first set, but it was hard to finish that set because we had a very slow start. And we work on a lot in practice, closing out sets and getting a very fast start, because that does help us a lot. But we were in our groove, but we just could not finish it like we wanted to. And like she said, we had a really good talk about it after the first set, and we were ready to go and finish the next 3 sets.
Well, Coach, you got a short turnaround. You faced off against Tusculum on Friday. So what adjustments do you see your team making going into that match Friday?
Well, I think that first set Tusculum hit well, and they hit in some areas that they beat us in some areas that we're defending differently, and so I think it's going and looking at what those attacks look like, how we can defend them differently from the get-go on Friday, rather than us waiting to make those adjustments into the match. So shout out Tusculum for a great fun first set and a great match. Glad we pulled it out, and I don't know what we ended up hitting because I don't have stats in front of me, but
came away with a season high 62 kills.
Oh, very nice.
And
231.
Yeah.
We'll take that. Our goal is a high hitting percentage, and we started kind of rough in the first set, and we worked our way out of it. So I was really proud of how we finished that out, and just got started a little bit quicker on Friday. So yeah.
The win improves the Bears to 16-5 overall, 10-3 in the South Atlantic Conference, and in a random scheduling quirk, the Bears will face the Pioneers again, this time in Greenville, Tennessee, on Friday evening. And finally, from Lenore Rhine women's golf finished third at the Ralph Hayes Toyota D2 Elite Invitational held in Georgia. The Bears moved up 9 spots on the final day of the tournament with a team score 1 under par. That was tied for the best round of the tournament for a team. Danielle Becker would shoot a tournament score even par, finishing second on the individual leaderboard. Now, this was the Bears' last tournament of the fall. They will resume the season in the spring with the Battle of Hilton Head, February 16th and 17th. As always, more stories and the latest updates can be found at WHKY.com.
Great news!
What's up?
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory has been voted the #1 Hyundai dealer in North Carolina on DealerRater.com.
That's amazing. Congrats.
Thank you to all of our wonderful team members and customers.
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory.
Hey, grab me one too.
I chose Oak Street because they focus on older people. They're really good at following all my multiple conditions, at testing when I need it, and just making sure I maintain my health.
At Oak Street Health, we specialize in healthcare for older adults with care that focuses on keeping you healthy, catching issues early to keep you healthy longer.
I heard about Oak Street Health. I thought, wow, this is a nice place. They take time to talk to you and find out about you. They actually found out that I had a 99% blockage in my main artery in my heart. I had no idea. I had no symptoms. I would not be sitting here without them digging deeper.
When I meet a new patient for the first time, there's a lot of getting to know each other, right? There's not just about your medical health, although that's really important, but I also want to know about them as a person, what's important to them, where they grew up, and how they like to spend their time. Having that really deep connection is really important for just the relationship.
We go beyond what you'll find in most doctors' offices. Along with doctors and nurses, our care team also includes social workers and mental health support, just to name a few. They all work together to coordinate your care.
What I love about Oak Street is that they take care of my body, my physical, and also my mind. They gave me somebody to talk to. I used to beat myself up all the time. I don't do that anymore.
Oak Street is really good at putting everything in the big picture, all the big picture things, making sure socially, emotionally, physically, that all of those pieces go together and they all make up a good life and help us be our best.
At Oak Street Health, we provide health care for older adults like you. And we accept Medicare and most Medicare Advantage plans. Call 844-332-9680 to schedule your visit.
So my provider at Oak Street, she makes sure that she covers any problems I might have, what to expect in the future from things, how to treat my arthritis, how to make sure that my body is strong.
When I told my friend about Oak Street Health, I said, why don't you give it a try? And sure enough, he came in, he went through the same procedures that I went through, and he is with Oak Street Health for over a year now.
I made the transition to Oak Street because I really like how they focus on older people, and I know that's going to help me age well. I feel physically strong, I feel emotionally strong. I'm in the right place now because they're the right people at this time of my life.
Ready for care that puts you first? At Oak Street Health, we specialize in healthcare for older adults like you. With care that focuses on keeping you healthy, call 844-332-9680 to schedule your visit.
Simple.
Keeping it easy.
Transparent.
No hidden fees.
Fair.
Treating people the way you want to be treated.
Simple, transparent, and fair.
That's Paramount Kia.
Welcome back into the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. It's time for today's Community Focus. Arianna Mack has a look at events across the area, and she is joined by Sarah Killian, who has the latest from the City of Hickory.
Starting now with your arts and entertainment bulletin board with a few things from the city. She will talk about a few odds and ends to post to our bulletin board, and we'll start with City of Hickory Senior Communications Specialist Sarah Killian. Tell us about household hazardous waste.
Yes. So if you happen to have any old paint, electronics, or mystery cleaners taking up space in your home, Catawba County's annual Fall Household Hazardous Waste Collection event is the perfect time to clear them out. And best of all, you can do it safely and for free. So swing by LP Franz Stadium this Saturday, November 1st, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to drop off everything from batteries and pesticides to styrofoam, plastic bags, and prescription meds. Just no sharps, please. This one-day collection event is open to Catawba County residents only. Check the flyer on the city's website and social media for a list of accepted and not accepted material. And let's clean up responsibly.
Perfect. And tell us about the upcoming holiday tradition of Bikes for Tykes.
Yes, this time of year is a great time to spread cheer and kindness, and you can help the City of Hickory's fire and police departments continue that tradition of assisting families in need and bringing joy to local children by supporting their annual toy drives. Last week, Dana, of course, talked about Cops for Tots, and this week I want to talk about Bikes for Tykes. Each year, the Hickory Fire Department proudly organizes its Bikes for Tykes program, which provides brand new bicycles and tricycles to children in need through the Catawba County Christmas Bureau. You can help make the holidays brighter for local kids by contributing to this meaningful cause. Monetary donations for the purchase of new bicycles can be mailed to Bikes for Tykes, care of Stephen Craig or Heidi Hedrick, and that's mailed to Hickory Fire Department, 19 2nd Street Drive Northeast in Hickory, and just make those checks payable to Bikes for Tykes. For more information on this, you can call our fire department at 828-323-7420.
Thank you. And while we're also talking about an annual event, remind us about leaf collection.
Yes, curbside loose leaf collection is still a few weeks away from starting in the City of Hickory. And so I just wanted to remind folks that until this service starts in your collection area, leaves should continue to be placed in reusable yard waste bags, 32-gallon containers marked yard waste, or clear plastic bags for weekly pickup on your garbage day. And this will help to keep those leaf piles from blowing into the street where they can impede traffic and block storm drains. So just remember those helpful tips this leaf season.
Of course. And how can we stay connected with the City of Hickory?
As always, for more news and information about what's happening in your City of Hickory, visit hickorync.gov and follow us on social media.
Thanks so much for joining us, Sarah. Now I'll add a few more events coming up in your Hickory Metro. Mark your calendars for Thursday, October 31st from 4 to 6 p.m. and join Newton for a howling good time at their Pumpkins and Paws Trail. 12 local businesses will be handing out teal pumpkin treats, safe and allergy-friendly goodies so all kids can enjoy the fun. The Teal Pumpkin Project is a nationwide initiative making Halloween inclusive for children with food allergies. Bring your four-legged friends in their best costumes and show off their spooky or silly style. Newton is proud to be pet friendly and they can't wait to see those tails wagging. This is your chance to trick or treat, explore downtown, and make memories with your family, two-legged and four-legged alike. The event is located at 135 North College Avenue, Newton. Enjoy the Taylorsville Hometown Halloween on October 31st from 5 to 8 p.m. This is a family Halloween event, so bring everyone. Enjoy the candy crawl through Taylorsville with downtown businesses, Taylorsville Police Department, Town Hall, and Central Fire Department participating. Don't miss the fun. Hickory Learning Group and the Hickory Hub are excited to host a trunk or treat. Bring the family for autism-friendly activities, trick-or-treating at decorated trunks, indoor fun, and treats inside the hub. The event is located at the Hickory Hub, 375 Main Avenue Northeast, Hickory, North Carolina. Come dressed in your favorite costume and enjoy a safe, inclusive, and fun-filled evening for all ages. That's all for your arts and entertainment bulletin board. Get out and explore your Hickory Metro. I hope everyone has a safe Halloween weekend. I'm Arianna Mack reporting for WHKY News.
Thanks, Arianna, and as always, thanks to Sarah for joining us today. That wraps up Community Focus and the WHKY News. Remember, you can get all of the latest news and sports 24/7 at our website, WHKY.com. We also have local news and sports 7 days a week on our sister station, WHKY Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM, and streaming on multiple platforms and at our website. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of Arianna Mack, David Cedrone, Jason Savage, and Sarah Killian, I'm Rob Eastwood, and from Hickory, this is the WHKY News.
Simple.
Keeping it easy.
Transparent.
No hidden fees.
Fair.
Treating people the way you want to be treated.
Simple, transparent, and fair.
That's Paramount Kia.